didn't know much about the business at that point. We were pretty naive.
Going down to that Swamp River country someday.
We kicked around in the LA clubs for a while, played the whiskey, played some of the clubs down in the South Bay area. And nothing really happened for us.
JD and I were looking for any place to play. We had heard about this guy, Jackson Browne. He'd been playing the same clubs we had, but we never had seen him perform.
Los Angeles, California, Mr. Jackson Browne.
Ah, thank you.
Here it is.
Then there were a bunch of gigs that they had and some gigs that I had that they would show up at my gigs and me at their gigs, and we became really good friends.
This is
And we start talking about where do you live and what's going on, and Jackson said, you know, you should come down to Echo Park. Rent's real cheap.
Glenn got the apartment next to my apartment, and this apartment cost like $125 or something a month, you know. And I needed to economize, so I moved into the basement underneath Glenn's place, which I could get into for $35 a month.
It only had one door. It was really just kind of an illegal place, just a cubby hole. And that's where Jackson lived with JD and I above.
You know, that was it. There was like a stereo, a piano, a bed, a guitar, you know, a teapot.
We slept late in those days, except around 9 o'clock in the morning, I'd hear Jackson Browne's teapot going off with this whistle in the distance. And then I'd hear him playing piano. I didn't really know how to write songs. I knew I wanted to write songs, but I didn't know exactly. You just wait around for inspiration, you know, what was the deal? Well, I learned through the Jackson ceiling and my floor exactly how to write songs, because Jackson would get up and he'd play the first verse and first chorus, and he'd play it 20 times until he had it just the way he wanted. And then there'd be silence, and then I'd hear the teapot go off again. And it'd be quiet for 10 or 20 minutes. Then I'd hear him start to play again, and there was a second verse. So then he'd work on the second verse and he'd play it 20 times. And then he'd go back to the top of the song and he'd play the first verse, the first chorus, and the second verse another 20 times until he was really comfortable with it, and, you know, change a word here or there. And I'm up there going, so that's how you do it. Elbow grease, you know, time, thought, persistence.
Doctor, my eyes have seen the years and the slow parade of fears without crying.
I wanted to kill him sometimes. Jackson played the same phrase to Doctor My Eyes for 6 weeks. The same thing with the Pretender. I just wanted to murder him.
Doctor, my eyes.